Hey, welcome. We felt like doing a short little stream here. I just wanted to do something to help the algo out. I'm going to go ahead and jump in. These sometimes take a little while to fill, so I don't keep very much money over here on drafters, but oh wow, it is filling pretty fast apparently. So it did not show that. Wonder if somebody else is going live or something. But yeah, we are in drafters. We're doing the $2 best ball mini championship. Oh, hold on. That's why, because I clicked slow. They switched the sides. That's what happened. There we go. 8 more. So on drafters, if you are not familiar, can you can't okay, you can't because you're out. Got it. But yeah, on drafters, they have this cool little thing. If you can look, they've got little blue dots at the bottom, and that's how many are filled. Yeah. So I had a wild $2 drafters the other day. Let me find it. Was it? I posted it in my Discord. Um, I've been taking a lot of Jaden Daniels because he tends to just fall for no reason. Basically, I got mid fourth Terry McLaurin on a team. Uh, and I must have done a lot more recently than I thought. Or is this an earlier contest? Nope, that is the right contest. Hey, but welcome Aaron Sandy, Al Boogie, RM Covers, and Devin. I appreciate you at least popping in, even if you cannot hear me. Yeah, I can't find it, but yeah, I had this one to where it was Terry McLaurin. It was this one. Almon at 15. I got Genty at 10. I randomly took Genty. I don't take them all the time, but I took him here. Took Jaden Daniels at 39. No, that wasn't the right team. 36. I must have done a lot more of these recently than I thought. But yeah, I'm kind of looking for that one. I thought it was kind of wild. Oh well. Apparently I'm lost here. So on drafters, I prefer elite receiver massively to elite running back. The year that CMC dominated fantasy football, partially because you couldn't get a receiver coming back, but that year, elite wide receiver, like CMC only had 2 of the top 100 teams in the drafters main event. So that is kind of nuts to think of, right? Um yeah, I don't know where that team is. It's going to bother me. We'll go look and see what we're at. We still need 3 more. It's a $2 drafters mini. How's everybody's weekend going? I just got off of 12 hours of work. It was hot. It sucked. But we're done. We are done and we are excited that we are done. But man, I love these little $2 minis because you can kind of, for 300 bucks you can max it. You can do 150 drafts. Like you can kind of do whatever. Like it got to like 95 or 6, I think. But it was a dry heat, so it wasn't that bad. It wasn't really that sticky today. And I don't really care as long as it's not super sticky. Where is that team? I mean, we could just look through some of the teams I have or not. All right, finally, we are live. But yeah, I wanted to get one of these in. I just wanted to get a stream in today, and PPR Tyler's going live in an hour. I figure this will be a one and done unless we can get some ungodly like goal, like 25 or something in the hour. Like I'm not expected to do two. I kind of want to go over there and do that as well. I don't have rankings for drafters myself. Um, I will. I always come in here and mention like one reason I want to do a couple of these. And I might start doing like if I stream on Saturday nights, doing drafters minis, just because I kind of I'm probably not going to be in as much of a thinking mood as I am on other nights. So, uh, yeah. So the seventh spot is one of my new favorite spots. Puka Nakua, I think, is the best value in round one. So being able to get Puka pretty much anytime you want at seven. And the one other good thing about the $2 minis is like for $300, you could go in there and just make an absolute stand and not even have to worry about it, right? So if you have a take that you're not positive on, but you're willing to bet a little bit, like, but you don't really want to invest a whole bunch like into like this the puppies, which is you know 2.5 times more to max. Like, I think that is something that's really good about this. Uh, but yeah, I like the seven spot the most right now. Like it, or it's one of my favorite spots, especially on drafters. Uh, at 18, you usually get back somebody really good. Like I think Lad McConkey is underrated on drafters. So for those of you who are not familiar with drafters, it is full point PPR and it is marathon style scoring. And by the way, welcome W4 Omega, Best Ball on Call, and J Lives. Easy take, Tyreek Hill crushing current ADP. I I think zero RB could be alive. It could be completely dead and it could be alive. I'm not taking a ton of zero RB, but when I do, like I'm not going as aggressive as I did last year with it. Number one. Yeah, see, like Malik Neighbors goes ahead of him normally, but I'm just Puka over. And in these $2 minis, I'm not really worried about my exposures. I'm just kind of taking like whatever I feel like. And I usually feel like Puka Nakua. I I worry about Tyreek Hill. I worry about every member except for Achan and Janu on the Dolphins. I know some people believe that their offensive line's improved. I don't know about that. Uh, I mean, it's hard to be a lot worse, but Tyreek Hill requires that offensive line to be a little better because he does his best work further into the play. And the coaching staff at Miami has already came out and said, we want to get the ball out quicker, which to me is, hey, our offensive line still sucks. And yeah, zero RB never died. It's the only way. Yeah, like I think there will be less people that only do zero RB, but you definitely want to mix it in. Like, especially this year with all as loaded as the rookie running backs are, right? Yeah, so Lad McConkey in this contest is just awesome. Um, I this is like my favorite start is Puka Lad or Puka Achan. I think Achan is underrated here. There's zero reason Achan should be behind Derrick Henry to me in full PPR and season long scoring. This year seems like everyone abandoned zero RB, but with all the unknowns injected into the pool, I think the team will most assuredly rookie RBs will be the skeleton key at running back this year. Yeah, I mean, it probably will be, right? Uh, I think there's gonna. I don't. I'm not gonna say like necessarily zero RB will be, but there's definitely going to be at least one Bucky Irving this year, probably two or three, right? Right. Yeah, and this is exactly right. Overreaction. But with that said, like the market is pricing every position better this year, though, too. Like last year, I felt like some of the running backs were actually too cheap, and I went pretty. I actually didn't do as much zero RB, but when I did, I went too aggressive with it. The problem is, I drafted every failure of the RBs up top. Like Pacheco was probably a smash, but I had a bunch of him. Uh, Achan wasn't a bust, but like it wasn't Saquon, right? I had Brees Hall as my round one guy over Bijan. So like I read the situation correctly. And this year I think the situation is I think you want two running backs minimum by round 9. And that could be 5 straight wide receivers with a quarterback in there and then two, right? Like but I think the one thing I did last year is I had some teams where I didn't even have a starter. Well, we'll take a Chase Brown fall. That sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll take Chase Brown at 31. Chase Brown, to me, I'm getting to the point I kind of want Chase Brown over Josh Jacobs, especially in full PPR. Because Chase Brown last year had, let me find it. We will go to receiving or receptions at running back. That's what it was sorted by. Chase Brown was fifth, and he didn't even start the season as like the main guy. He had 54 receptions. And then we type in Jacobs, he's going to be like way down the list, right? He was 24th. He had 36 receptions. So just on pure receptions, that's an additional 20 points, right? So, and then you factor in that they have no defense. Chase Brown, one of the only true left receiving backs. Well, what's funny about that is so people that watch this pretty often will know, but Jay Lives, take a guess at how many receptions Bucky Irving had last year. George Kittle going up here. I don't hate it. Um, I don't take a lot of DJ Moore, but we'll take a DJ Moore share there. I'm more into Rome at the moment. Very close. It's 47. So Rashad White had uh 40 or 51, I believe. Let's see. Rashad White, yeah, 51. And James Conner and Bucky Irving both had 47. And surprisingly, a lot of people don't realize it's starting to become known, but Kenneth Walker had 46. Jameer Gibbs had 52, right? Yeah, he kind of split time and all that, but like he also had 517 yards on those 52, where Chase Brown only had 360 on his 54, right? And Javante Williams still had 52. Aaron Jones had 400 on 51, right? And on 51, Rashad had 393. So, like, uh, that's one reason. Like, Jameer is just way more efficient on it, and the offense was more efficient, right? But like Chase Brown is absolutely going to get a bunch of shares or a bunch of targets this year. Like, what? Who is to threaten him? P Ryan. I mean, P Ryan might eat into like 15 of them or whatever, but P Ryan's there to be a third down back for like third and long as a pass protector who can also leak out, right? So yeah, I love Chase Brown in this because first, second down, and the Bengals are going to be moving the ball. We know that. Last year, here RB smashed. I missed on all the late wide receivers, but McMillan, Elijah Moore killed me. I got killed by Jalen Warren. I I I was a believer that Carolina would go out there and start Jonathan Brooks like week 7 or 8. And when he played in that half a game he played, he looked okay. Uh, but like I had too much of him. I had too much Jalen Warren, and I had like 18% Brandon Ayuk and 18% Rasheed Rice. So things went really bad. Like they went about as bad as it could. Yeah, so like right here, I love all of these running backs. Like I love Kamara in this format, honestly. And I think a bunch of these receivers are the same. Um, I will go with I'm gonna go with Kamara here over Kenneth Walker. In a I think they're kind of the same pick. Uh Kamara's only issue is what happens if he gets, put to the side near the end of the season. Well, I plan on taking a rookie, like a couple rookie flyers in the end of this. It's a 20-round draft on drafters, so I might as well, you might as well at least take one or two upside shots. What's up, Crossface? Thank you for stopping in. Chase Brown passed the coaches, not the community eye test, and we were late to understand the coach love he has. Yeah, so in my one dynasty league, like I'm in 3 other than the one I just joined this year, and the one that I co-owned with somebody the year before, like I watched Chase Brown's tape from Illinois, and I'm like, for I think it was a 6th round pick. I'm like, for a 6th round pick, like he's a guy who doesn't look awful. Like I wasn't saying that he was going to be elite or anything, but I'm like, he was basically a free pick at the end of drafts, and I took him, and it's an auction. It's basically a salary cap league, and rookie contracts are weighted. They only go up $1 a year for the first 5 years, and he was a free pick. So I have him for like under $10 for the next 5 years. So I feel pretty good about it. For the next 3, because that was his second year. All right, so we could go with the double stack here, but so in drafters, I'm not that big on double stacks. Uh, I don't mind taking 1 or 2 here and there. I'm going to take Jerry Jeudy, though. I could have taken Joe Burrow to pair up with Chase Brown. I decided not to. I don't think I don't think that's a bad thing to do, but I also think that for this team to get first overall, is it this one that shows? Yeah. Nope. I don't think that's right. Is it 10 grand for first? I was thinking it was 5 grand for first. Maybe the first mini was 5 grand for first. So, but yeah, I I think to get first overall, I don't think that the Chase Brown Joe Burrow stack is the way to go, right? Like, who would you think might be this year's talented second year back? Benson, Wright, Corum. Um, Let me go through them real quick in my head. I will look through this real quick. I think I don't think it's going to be Corum. I think Corum pretty much got Like whenever they took Jarquez and came out and said that they wanted Jarquez for a change, like a to add explosives to the offense, like that feels really bad, especially since they're in contract negotiations with Kyron as well. Like, and Corum's just like he's just the same guy, but worse than Kyron. Um, to be honest with you, I don't love pretty much any of them. Like of all of the year two, and this would be Roshan's third, right? So it can't be him either. I'm not really in on any of them. I think the clearest path is Trey Benson though. Like I'm going to be around exposure of Trey Benson just because like Connor's old, Connor misses time here and there. Yeah, I think this is an absolute smash on Jordan Addison. Even if he misses 3 games, like big spike weeks are very important in this. And if he wasn't supposed to be suspended, I bet he would be going up around Jalen Waddle, right? Calvin Ridley. Like that's where I would have him. So you get 2-round discount for him to miss a sixth of the season. Like I'm okay with that. Like because those spikes are going to be huge for this team. Because we're going to be able, we already have our floor. Like if he was our second wide receiver, I wouldn't love it. But because we have Puka, Lad, DJ, and Judy, and he's our wide receiver 5, like I really don't mind doing that. But yeah, I don't love really any of the year 2 running backs this year. To be honest with you, the one I liked last year is like completely, absolutely dead. That was uh, Dylan Laube. I liked as a flyer last year. I will look up the 2023 draft class, or it would have been 2024 RB draft class because it was Bucky and Blake Corum, Jalen Wright, Trey Benson, Bucky. Oh, I like actually Ray Davis and Marshawn Lloyd. Like those are the two. Those are definitely the two. Uh, if you want to talk like huge upside, it's Marshawn Lloyd. Marshawn Lloyd, as long as if he can be mildly healthy, like he should be really good. But that's a big ask, right? Like that's a very big ask for him. All right, well, we'll go ahead and take a share of Aaron Jones. I'm pretty much Jordan Mason over Aaron Jones and anything underdog, like just straight up. But in full PPR, I like Aaron Jones the same. And since I'm getting a discount on him, I'll take it. Yeah, it's definitely Marshawn Lloyd and Ray Davis. Like, so Ray Davis had some spots last year where he looked really good too. And we know that Buffalo is going to score points, right? Like that's one thing Buffalo will absolutely do. They're going to score points. So I don't see a reason not to like him. And yes, they re-signed Ty Johnson, and Josh Allen does like Ty Johnson in some situations, like in basically like the P Ryan role, right? But Ray Davis is a really good pick. Uh, the bigger upside swing, though, but he has a guaranteed role. Like Marshawn Lloyd, we still don't know what to expect. But if you want to like shoot for the ceiling, I think Lloyd is the best of those. Like I would much rather myself, I would much rather take Marshawn Lloyd than Blake Corum right now. I would also I don't hate like I do click Jalen Wright here and there, but I don't like doing it. I really don't like it. I don't feel good when I do it. I actually kind of feel kind of bad when I do it, like so yeah. Hey, what's up, DT? Was in a draft. Saw you. I I did not realize that was your drafter's name. Um, I will go ahead. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just make sure we get Caleb Williams. We got supposedly like if I'm gonna bet on DJ Moore here, I don't. I have like 4% on him. If I'm gonna bet on DJ Moore, I might as well like pull Caleb Williams up a little bit just to guarantee that I get it. I can easily get either Luther Burden or Colson Loveland in one of these drafts. Like he's basically not even valued on this website. You know, where did is Herbert still? Okay, there he is. He goes around there. So since I took Caleb, I will definitely push him around. Uh, but right now we have Caleb Williams, Chase Brown, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, Puka Nakua, Ladd, DJ Moore, Jerry Judy, Jordan Addison. A very solid start. If one of these tight ends come around to me, I will take one of those two. If not, we'll probably just kind of take best player available, probably an RB, probably like a Scadaboo, or maybe even Tyrone Tracy. Maybe we just take a Giants running back if we don't get one of those two tight ends. I think that's what we would do. And to be if Trey Harris falls all the way there, like I would absolutely click him for sure. But that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Yeah, I was not positive. I did not realize. I knew I'd seen the Punisher thing before, but I did not know that was you. So Mark Andrews and John Ugo, and so does Scadaboo. I still, man, this is gross. You know, I lied. I'm just gonna pull up Justin Herbert. I'm just gonna get that double. I'm just gonna get the stack. We'll secure the two quarterbacks. I don't really see that big of a difference between Najee, Charbonnet, Tracy, Ramondre, Dobbins, Spears. Myself, I don't see a big difference in any of those. Uh, I'm probably gonna. I might end up just trying to take Luther Burden or like Tyler Warren to be awesome as well. So, but getting the second quarterback there basically like gives me like I can do whatever now. Like the rest of this draft, I have plenty of receiving help, like to get me through the season if I want to wait to take people later. I still could use a little depth if I want to take some more right now. Uh, Quarterback feels very good. I'll probably throw on a random Cleveland guy at the end, unless Stafford falls. If Stafford falls around, I'll take Stafford. But and I just actually noticed that I have a double stack with Addison and Aaron Jones. But JJ McCarthy went. They seen that. Tyrone Tracy falls all the way here to 124. So we will snag that. And then Luther Burden falls all the time now. So if he falls back around, like we will absolutely take him. Uh, did you catch that Bestball Jeopardy show the other night? Yeah. So I was on my channel sometime earlier this week, or I think it was last week even. I was kind of mentioning what I thought would happen with the Best Ball Jeopardy. Like, yeah, that doesn't look good. Um, but the more teams we all draft, the more we're gonna just know the ADP. So, like, I was on the second week. Everyone, everyone was still like learning everything about where players are and all that stuff, right? Uh, now everybody's done hundreds of drafts, right? So I expect, I fully expect it to be, um, I actually fully expect that Best Ball Jeopardy, like from now on, to be like a little more make it take it, you know? Uh, but yeah, they absolutely smashed it. And I think everyone's going to start smashing the Best Ball Jeopardy for sure. The people who do play. Yep. See, we get this little fall on Luther Burden. We get the double stack. That right there, I didn't expect the Tyrone Tracy fall, but I expected the Luther Burden fall. That's kind of why I wanted to pull Herbert up because I wanted to make sure I got Herbert. I felt like I was going to get something of value there and I could get Burden here. Oh, well, so I, number one, I have like an entire month before I'm back on the Best Ball Jeopardy. And number two, I don't know if I'm going to do that great this next time because, and I'm not really going to study up, but like I really enjoy the Superflex stuff. And the more stuff I learn about Superflex and the more I devote into doing that, the worse I'm like, the more conflicted all of my ADPs are going to be with the other stuff, right? So if I'm going to do a bunch of Superflex, and I love Superflex, like it will make it a little worse for me. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Thank you for showing up. Yeah, but yeah, so the Best Ball Jeopardy thing, like, man, it was a lot of fun. I do think that it'll be a lot of fun because I'm pretty sure the brackets are the sides right now. I'm pretty sure I'm locked into playing off the Schneider round two. All right, so we still don't have a tight end, and yeah, we'll just take Isaiah Likely here. We'll just take the top rated one. Sounds good. Chiefs fan. uh Believe it or not, I'm like you I'm not I'm not like a gigantic homer, and people in this chat will tell you like I will absolutely like dog on the Chiefs. Uh like I so I don't live around Kansas City, by the way. And one of the reasons I became a Chiefs fan is because I live kind of closer to like the Colts area or the Bears area, but listening to local fans is like one of my pet peeves. Like people who don't put reason into their talk, it drives me bananas. So I cannot root for any teams close to me in any sport. So so there's that. Because like if you only have rose colored glasses, like I don't deal well with that uh myself. So but yeah, let's look at what the people in chat. We got DT here. He started Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Terry McLaurin. Got the Jaden Daniels wraparound. Kenneth Walker because I chose Kamara over him. Joe Mixon at 64. Like, to be honest, I forgot Joe Mixon falls that far. I still have Joe Mixon up here. I don't care what people think. I still have him way up there. Then he took Laporta, Mooney, ETN, Trey Harris, Kyle Williams, Rashad White, Penix, and Kyle Pitts. We could. Where did Adams go? Adams went over here. That guy's only got one quarterback. We're going to go ahead and take Stafford as a third. Um, that way, like, that guy's going to have to do some crazy stuff probably. He doesn't, like, I think Cam Ward already went. Yeah, Cam Ward just went. So he's going to have to do something, right? Like, I just took Stafford and Cam Ward, and he was set up for Cam Ward. So probably going to have to like do some backstacking things. Um, so BMAC here, Nico Collins, Brian Thomas, Mike Evans, Xavier Worthy, such a Chiefs hater. He comes in here talking all this trash, and yet he wants Kansas City to be awesome. Like, look at it. He's probably a bigger fan than I am. Zay Flowers, James Conner, Quinshon Judkins, Tony Pollard, Kyler Murray, Jonnu Smith, CJ Stroud, Cedric Tillman, Roshan Johnson, Tank Bigsby. Yeah, that's we started this talking about like, is zero RB fully dead or not? And you did kind of exactly what I said. I just think you need to make sure you have two running backs by like round 9. Basically, you need two of them by like Pacheco, Robinson. Yeah, I mean, are you talking about my team or Brandon's team? Because I like Brandon's team quite a bit. I think I built a pretty solid team here as well. But Brandon's team is exactly what you want for a zero RB. And I think Judkins is very underrated for drafters right now. People aren't like they're not committing that he could like he's just the guy there, right? Like he's literally just the guy. Uh okay, so mine. Yeah, I think I got a 20 pick discount on Tyrone Tracy or whatever. Like both of our teams, like BMAX team is really good. I think I've built a pretty good team. But this Tyrone Tracy fall, like, so most of us know Brandon is about to find out, but I'm like 30%. I think I'm like 30% Cam Scattaboo on drafters, and I'm 23% on underdog. I generally draft on underdog. I'm debating on starting to do like drafters minis on Saturday nights because like I come into these to kind of just have fun and chill. Uh and I work weekends, so it's something I don't really have to think about. Don't have to really do playoff correlation and all that stuff as well. So just come in here and take the players you think are going to score the most points, and full PPR, right? So, but yeah, we'll go over my team real quick. We have Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Matt Stafford, running backs, Chase Brown, Kamara, Aaron Jones on like a 10 pick discount, Tyrone Tracy on like a 20 pick discount, Puka Nakua, Lad McConkey, DJ Moore, Jerry Judy, Jordan Addison, Luther Burden on a 10 pick discount, Likely and Gasecki. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why, like, and I talked about that earlier. Like, these 4 allow me to take the suspension risk, and then I get the double stack at a discount also. And he has been falling quite a bit. So I am also very, very in on Jarquez Hunter. I am very into Jarquez. I like I said earlier, we had when they drafted Jarquez Hunter, I think the coach speak on it was we want to add explosives to our game to our offense. When asked about it, let's see if I can find that real quick. And to me, that means that even if he's not like I'm not saying he's going to win the job by any means, but that's kind of why they added Jameer Gibbs. Like he's not Jameer Gibbs talent, but like a player like that. He could be. I mean, I don't know. Like I think Rashad White still adds some explosives out of the pass game, right? And I think that's the vision they have for him. And he's actually really good at running in between the tackles. Like he's got really good suddenness and ability to step, like with a quick step to get past defenders. Let's see. Jarquez. All right. Might have found it. Apparently, he's talked a lot about him. Okay, so that will take too long to read through it. But yeah, probably take another tight end here. Unless, what tight ends are left? Yeah, we'll take Jawan Johnson. Like, I like Likely, but to be honest, like anytime I take Likely, I feel like I got to go 4 tight ends because he does some huge weeks, but he also has some massive floor weeks. We got like he was tight end 1, and then he was tight end 4 at week 5. But he had a 0-point game, a 3-point game. This is full PPR too. So like he had a 4, a 1, a 3, a 5, a 4, a 0, another 0, another 4. Like that's a lot of really, really low scoring points. But he also put up a 26, a 16, and a 12 here, and it didn't count because it was in the playoffs, but another 17. If you get 2 or 3, like if you get a 25-point game out of a tight end and he gives you a couple 12-point games, and the 16. Like that's really solid. Like but Jawan Johnson should give you points like every week. So I kind of like him with Likely a little bit. And Gasecki kind of spikes like the same way as Likely does. Like it's kind of hit or miss when he does stuff, but when he does stuff, it's usually quite a bit. Likely is the tight end we wish we started on the Falcons. I think the Falcons wish they started anyone but Kyle Pitts, right? Like, did you see the Jeff Mueller stat today? With Kyle Pitts, Jeff, who do we want here? It is time for another wide receiver. I really do like Adonai Mitchell. I'm going to take Adonai Mitchell. I could be wrong, but I personally feel like Adonai Mitchell pairs up with Danny Dimes better than Alec Pierce does. And Adonai Mitchell was just open all season. Hey, what's up, Steve? Thought I would come in here, do a quick draft before Tyler goes live. I just they're probably going to go sit down, relax, and probably pass out pretty early tonight. To be honest with everybody, but the Jeff Mueller thing was like he was averaging 52 yards a game. How do you spell? There we go, found it. All right, but it was a Kyle Pitts like before and after this ACL surgery thing. Yeah, I can't find it. Here it is. Career splits before MCL tear, 52 yards per game, 8.2 yards per target. After MCL, 37 yards per game, 7.7 yards per target. So he's still got like similar yards per target, but 14 less yards a game. That's not insignificant, right? Like that's whenever it's only what is that? That's 20% less almost. Hey, what's up, Hartman? Thanks for stopping in. I believe that's 20% if my rough math is correct. Which is definitely not insignificant. So Chase Brown, Kamara, Jones, Tracy, Hunter. What running backs are left? Nothing. I do want 4 tight ends on this team. Uh, I have not drafted Aronde Gadsden yet. We'll do an Aronde Gadsden as the fourth. So we got Justin Herbert here. So that gives us a double stack there, a double stack with Herbert, and we have a double stack with Stafford with Hunter. And probably, I think these 7 wide receivers are enough. Puka, Ladd, DJ Moore, Jerry Judy, Addison, Burden, and Adonai Mitchell. I think that's enough. And Chase Brown, Kamara, Aaron Jones, Tracy, Hunter. I just don't know if there's anybody here worth clicking, honestly. So maybe I do just go ahead and take the other receiver. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and take the other receiver because I like a lot of these guys a lot more than Kareem Hunt. Woody Marks might be an okay click, possibly. I don't get to the Jordan James click very often. I have made it. I guess Cam Akers on New Orleans is an okay click in a 20-round draft. But let's look at the wide receivers. We got Demarcus Robinson should be suspended early. Malik Washington, Savion Williams, who I love. I try not to take them a ton though. I think we just take Cam Akers here, honestly. Cam Akers wasn't signed until pretty late into this tournament, right? Like this tournament's like 80% filled or something. I think it was like 65% filled when Cam Akers signed. So all right, we'll go over the team. We got a 3-6-7-4. Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Matt Stafford, Chase Brown, Kamara, Aaron Jones, Tyrone Tracy. I guess it was a 15-pick discount there. We got a 7-pick discount on Aaron Jones, Jarquez Hunter, Cam Akers, 2-pick discount on Cam Akers, Puka Nacua, Ladd McConkey, DJ Moore, Jerry Judy, Jordan Addison, a 10-pick discount, Luther Burden, another 10-pick discount, Adonai Mitchell, and then just some slop tight end, likely Gasicki, Juwan, or Rondé Gadsden. Every quarterback is double stacked, but none like the only one double stacked at wide receiver is the Bears. Bye weeks evenly distributed. That's why the Adonai Mitchell click made a lot of sense because that means I could stop there for sure. I like this team. Now we will go over DT's team. I think, yeah, that was DT, right? Yeah, that's his DT's. And then he's got a 3-6-8-3. He said he didn't like his draft. We will let Steve yell at him about his draft then. Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, Jackson Dart, Kenneth Walker, Joe Mixon. I mean, Joe Mixon is one of my favorite clicks in drafters. Travis Etienne, Rashad White, Rico Dowdle, Blake Corum. Wide receivers, Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Darnell Mooney, Trey Harris, Kyle Williams, Wandell Robinson, Calvin Austin. Well, you have a bunch of Steve guys on here, so there is that. And then tight end, Laporta, Kyle Pitts, Terrence Ferguson. After all of that negativity on Kyle Pitts, you still took him. But yeah, I think it's a solid draft. Like you didn't really do anything wrong. You got London stacked up. You got Jaden stacked. Like you're fine at all the positions. Like I don't love. Yeah, I don't see much wrong with it at all. Right, like yeah, you got the double stack with Penix and like it. But like it's like me. I don't love any draft. I take Luther Burden. I but I do take it some. All right, now to go over BMAX team 2693. He got a 10-pick discount on Kyler. Nice. CJ Stroud, James Conner, Quinshon Judkins, Tony Pollard, Roshan Johnson, Tank Bigsby, Nick Chubb. That could work. I might have went 7. myself. Like with your wide receiver start, I probably don't add Zay Jones, Roman Wilson. Nico Collins, Brian Thomas, Mike Evans, Xavier Worthy, Zay Flowers, Cedric Tillman, Jalen Knoll, Roman Wilson, Zay Jones. I understand Zay for the Kyler stack, but the Roman pick, like, I probably would have thrown a random running back at that. Just myself. I think if you take this much draft capital, the 11th, the 14th, the 35th, the 38th, and the 59th, like, that's your first 5 picks in a row. Adding 4 other guys seems like too much. So, like, and if one of those is like with the 0 RB, like adding another shot, like, would make a lot of sense in my eyes. And then tight ends, Jonnu Smith, Dalton Schultz, Theo Johnson. I mean, I honestly really like it. I'm just nitpicking with the Roman Wilson being a running back. And there wasn't a whole lot of running backs available then. So, but no, I really like this. And I think the Kyler Murray, James Conner stack is underrated. Like, I think people need to think about doing that a little more often. Like, Kyler offers some rushing upside anyway. And Connor had 40. Yeah, he had 47 receptions last year. Did he have? He only had 1 receiving touchdowns, but he still had 47 receptions. But that is it. I just wanted to get a quick stream in tonight. Thank you, everybody who did show up. I hope you enjoyed the content. I will be back on tomorrow night. I think about 7:00 again. It'd probably be like 6:45 tomorrow. I will be doing Superflex. I'm going to start doing Superflex every Sunday. So I think that's going to be my normal thing every Sunday night. So if you guys like that, show up tomorrow. I will see everybody tomorrow. And also see you in PPR Tyler's stream here in just a little bit. Take care, everybody.